Mic check, cause I don't know, my videos are not recording with sound, and I know why, but I'ma just start again and do it again and again until it does, okay? So I just X out, I swipe up, X out of the app, come back, and the sound is going, so I love that for us. Last video that I'm gonna make for the day is on, I wrote it down, 1 minute. It's on attracting bad energy into your life. I'll tell you a story, right? And this, to me, is a big deal. To you, may not be, but focus on the message in the story, even if you don't give a fuck about the story, because maybe you don't care about animals and beavers and turtles, but listen to the story. Consciously, because I can remember, I'd say 2023 was one of the best years of my life. 2023, that's a 5, but I know what that means. We could talk about that another time. Maybe I'll write a story. You guys could go read it from my Medium. But anyways, the story goes like this. I was very depressed last year. I was living with my brother. Something happened. I ended up moving out. The area that I moved, God really works in my life because I have a good heart. And when you have a good heart, blessings, okay? Anyways, the area where I live currently, it's like there's this place that I go for walks, and I noticed how just by going out in nature and going for walks daily, my mood improved. If I didn't, I probably would be depressed, ate really bad, my hair would be falling out, I would look like a moose. Mooses are beautiful. I would look like a gremlin. I wouldn't look as good as I do. I wouldn't be feeling as healthy as I do. Nature is very healing. But anyways, so I would go for walks. I never missed a day. I was working out. I would go to the gym. I didn't even work almost all of 2023, but that's just God blessing me. You know what I mean? Anyways, when you're loved and lucky and blessed, that's all you need. When you have God in your life and when you're grateful, periods. So I would go for walks all the time, and then if you guys scroll on my page, you'll see me talking to a swan. And it came like at the perfect time. I would feed it, and I felt good. I remember they don't have any teeth, so if you feed them from your hands, you don't have to fear. It would just like hurt if they bit your hands with their beak. So I started feeding it like nuts. Didn't like it. Then I started feeding it apples and bananas. So I'm like, okay, this is cool. I'm feeding an animal out in nature like this. People do this shit at zoos. Okay? So then that happened. Then I noticed dams in my area. But it's more so, you know, like when a beaver cut down a tree and then the tree, like wherever it cuts, it looks pointy. So you could tell that a beaver ate it. I would be going for walks and I'm like, there are beavers in this area. And I told myself, I was like, I would love to see a beaver. Because I've never seen one. Like, you would hear them in the water because they splash their tail to alert like their family that there's danger. So in the water, I would see them, hear them, but never on land. I kid you not. There was this day, it was sometime in like, I think February. It was just a gloomy day. I went for a walk. I remember going through the woods. It's just a thing that I like to do. I live my life fearlessly. I don't let people put fear into my heart, into my mind. There are times like I would still go for walks and birds would attack me. I'ma still walk that same fucking place, because what could a bird do to me? That's what I thought. Anyways, so on that walk, went through the woods, discovered new things. My mind loves discovering new things. It's amazing, like, your memory. And that's why, like, it's easy to create slaves when you live your life in a certain way, and like every day it's just the same thing. You're not learning anything new. Not me. I love even just going out in nature every day for a little walk. Things will happen that would do something to your mind that it's like rewarding. It makes you happy, maybe even live longer. But if you're not gonna live long and live well, what's the point? Anyways, So I would go for those walks. I would see those trees, how they cut down, and I know there are beavers in the area. So I would tell myself, you know what? I was like, I really would love to see a beaver, like in person. And that day I went for the walk. I wasn't thinking about the beaver. A lot of times we wish for things, but you have to have patience. You know what I mean? Like, you have to have patience when you wish for things because they happen. Even something simple as wishing to see a beaver, something you've never seen before. And it takes a lot of gratitude and being thankful for little things in life to appreciate my story right now of me wishing to see a beaver and ending up seeing one. Anyways, on my way back, I even made like a video. I have pictures of it, and there's one another I'm gonna try to tell in this 10 minutes. On my way back from that walk, I'm coming, and it was gloomy. Like I said, it was a gloomy day. I didn't expect to see a beaver, and obviously the beaver didn't expect to see me. So as I'm coming back, I'm saying it's a she because I love women, and it was coming. I love men too, but women more. It was coming, crossing the road with a stick in its mouth. I didn't expect to see it. It didn't expect to see me. Then we locked eyes. The happiness that showed up on my face, some people may have gotten scared. I was happy. You want to know I was happy because I wanted to see a beaver. When you want something and you put it out there, even in thought, you don't have to always say things. You could just think it, and it would happen. And because I thought it and I wanted it to happen and it happened, I was so happy. I smiled the entire way home. The beaver was probably like, "What the fuck? Why is she smiling? You should be scared. Run away." But no, that's not what happened. I was just so happy. I pulled out my phone. I was like, "Hi." I was just so excited to see the beaver. And then we locked eyes. Then I just watched it cross the road, and it went down into the river, and then it was just there, so fat and juicy. That's why I thought it was a woman. That's one story. Another one, the other day, there's a place that I go for walks. Again, it's new, the pond of water there. I'd always stop. I saw a beaver swimming there once. I saw fish. There's geese there that had little babies. They're always swimming over there. And then one day, I was walking, and I would look in the water because I always look in the water, and I saw a turtle. I was like, wow, because I've never seen turtles around here before, ever. My mom has turtles back home in Grenada. You would see turtles, but never. So I was like, I would love to see one of those turtles on land. And I kid you not, like, I am not gonna lie to you. I'm not lying right now at all. So the other day, I was walking to the store, and I thought about the turtle that I saw, and I was like, I would love to see a turtle here on the land. Walked to the store. As soon as I was thinking that I would see it, the negative thought came, and it was like, you're not gonna see a turtle on the land. But I was like, let me just brush that off. I will see one. Same exact fucking day. After seeing the one in the water, I wanted to see one on land. Thought about it, didn't happen immediately, but that day, as I was walking to the store and thinking about seeing it on land, as I was walking back, there's a couple in front of me. One was wearing red, the girl, I think, and then her boyfriend. They had a dog. They knew their dog was bad. The dog was off the leash. I wasn't scared because I'm not as scared of dogs. Because if you try to bite me, I'll just kick you in the fucking mouth. I'm a fearless person. Anyways, I saw them in front of me looking down in amazement at something that was there. My heart immediately, I felt weird. Like when you wish for something and it happens right away, like that, seeing that turtle, like passing by, what they were staring at in front of me was a turtle. It was big, the tail was long, it looked like a man. I don't know if maybe it's just a special thing about me and animals, but I looked down at it. It had some kind of markings on its shell. It looked like a guy. And all I could think was, what the actual fuck? Now, in the beaver situation, I was all smiley, but this one, as I thought about it as I was going and as I'm coming back, it's right there. It's not even coming up out of the water. It's like literally in the middle there. And I feel like that couple that was in front of me broke that for me in a way, because I don't know how I would have felt if I was just walking there on my own and just seeing this big fucking turtle come out of nowhere. Continuation of the turtle story, because I felt kind of weird. First of all, the turtle was huge, not like the one that I saw in the water that was little. Probably that's like one that it produced. It looked like a man. Okay, don't ask me how. I know. The tail was really big. I know turtles have tails, but it was like really big. It looked like an old ancient turtle. And I hope when I go over there I get to see it again. I looked at it because the couple was in front of me. I didn't really get to like really get a look at it. I wanted to take a picture even on my way, but walking home I'm like, I'm just, what was I saying? Yeah. I was like, I wanted to go back and like get a video of it. Since then I've been passing hoping to see it, but I haven't. It was very weird, and it's only because, like I'm saying, like, for a thought to manifest for me so quickly, it might be simple as it is, just to be able to see an animal. To me, it's a big deal, because I be manifesting the lottery, guys. I kid you not. That's 70 million. It hasn't happened yet, but it will happen. But that's the story for another time. I just think it's very interesting how I've been really close, I'd say, or able to just like think of things, especially when I'm out in nature and it happens for me. It's very interesting. Now, like I said, it comes back to the whole idea of happy thoughts and a pure heart. I personally believe like the reason why I'm able to like manifest certain things for me is because I genuinely have more happy thoughts than I have negative ones, simply because like I know that your life goes in the direction of your thoughts. It really does. Like what you think, if you're always thinking the worst things that could happen, the worst things are going to happen. It's like having a boyfriend and you think, oh, he's going to cheat on you, then he will, as opposed to having one and saying he's faithful, he never will, and he never will. It's really like, maybe that was a bad example, but it's really like what you put out, what you think of. Your thoughts and prayers are really, really powerful. You know, sometimes I would think about people that I love and just pray for them, like wholeheartedly, purely, just wish the best for them. Um, and it really does happen when you like pray for people. And maybe I have some kind of magic powers. Wink, wink. But really, again, it's really what you pay attention to. Ever since I was like a child, I always just like wandering around by myself, like just a fearless individual. And even as an adult, I'm always going to be that way because, like I said, you die anyways. So why live in fear? You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not going to let people put fear into my heart. I'm not going to live my life always just scared of what could and can't happen. Sometimes, like, even I went to work and I told people about like seeing things in nature, and they're like, why are you going outside? You're so adventurous. All kind of beasts are outside, blah blah blah. Okay, so I just like lock myself up and not experience life? I mean, I don't think I want to do anything extreme. There was once I thought about like hopping out of a plane. I might do it still, you know. I mean, why not? But for the right reasons. It's like if we go somewhere and it's like sightseeing and then they're like, now you gotta jump out of the plane, you know what I mean? It's like, sure. But yeah, manifesting. Again, it's like manifesting seeing these animals. Like indigenous culture believe like a lot of things about certain animals, like eagles, beavers, turtles like wisdom for turtles. Hold on, I'll find it. Right. I'm so happy that like I took a lot of courses at university on Indigenous culture, and so like you learn a lot, and that has really stayed with me, especially when like I go out into nature and I see like things. So they have like they call it grandfather teachings, in which they use animals as a way to signify the words. So wisdom is for the beaver. So the seven is wisdom, love, respect, bravery, honesty, humility, and truth. That's seven. So for to represent wisdom, they use the beaver. To represent love, they use the eagle. To represent respect, they use the buffalo. I don't know why it's not recording. To represent bravery, they use the bear. To represent honesty, they use the raven. To represent humility, they use the wolf, and to represent truth, they use the turtle. And I believe I was saying that I'm so happy that I took Indigenous cultures courses in sociology as I was in university, because it has really stayed with me. I think I'm out of space, am I? I was just saying that I'm so happy that I took Indigenous courses in school that like just gave me that knowledge of how they respected animals, and how like whenever they needed to use any one of them, they asked their permission, they prayed, because there are certain ways you can do things without being inhuman, for lack of better words, without acting like an animal. And whenever I would go for walks, I would always like, sometimes I would see certain things show up. Like the other day I went and I saw a black and yellow butterfly that was just following me overhead. I saw it one place as I was walking, and then I saw it again, and I'm like, is it following me or is this another one? But it's really being observant and paying attention to your surroundings. Immediately I saw it, I googled what does it mean and the symbolism of such an animal, a beautiful butterfly, and things would show up for you. The whole idea of me just manifesting seeing this turtle and seeing it, although I felt wow, the turtle itself looked kind of scary. It looked like an ancient turtle, I'm not gonna lie to you. The markings on the shell, there was this place that I go for walks, and then there's this tree that I would see, and there's like a marking on the tree, and then you learn how the land that you actually live on was once like indigenous lands. So a lot of trees live for thousands of years. Seen a lot of like indigenous people walking amongst them, and there's that spirit. Like when you believe in spirituality, like it's a different thing, and it's like just what I think about. Like I can't come on here and tell you everything that I think about, because sometimes it just happens in the moment, and it has a lot to do with like the things that I pay attention to and the things that I read. But what I love about indigenous culture is how they paid attention to their surroundings. They understand nature, and it's not just all for us. The selfishness of humans, sometimes more animal like than the animals itself. Not learning to share, not caring, just caring about money and stuff. You see how like they paid attention to animals. They would refer to beavers as little humans, because of how they just literally go out, and I got to witness that. Go out, find their sticks, know what sticks they're going to use, and build their dams, and have their families, and know how to protect themselves. And I think these things are beautiful. And as I continue to be my happy, joyful self, I will always go out into nature. I won't let people again put fear into my heart and tell me that I shouldn't go outside. I would love to see a bear and, share a sandwich or a banana with a bear. They put out into the world that animals are so dangerous to just like keep that fear into you. But I would love to see one in the wild and we be friends. So that's another manifestation. But, when they put things out there, it's like you see one, you panic. I'm not gonna panic. I'm gonna be like, what's good, buddy? But anyways, that's really all. I wanted to just share how like my thoughts and my actions can manifest like really beautiful things, and you should always pay attention to what you think of, because if you don't want certain things to happen to you, don't think of it. Just think what you actually want, and always like strive to have happy, positive thoughts and watch them manifest.